Hello everyone and welcome back to my den. I'm Kane Lowend and today we are continuing Dragon Quest 3. I'm picking this one up basically right where I left off last time because I want to just try to attempt this again. I got close last time. He was at orange health. And I probably would have won if he didn't pull out two fucking Infernos. I don't know why that happened. I don't know how that happened, but okay. Each attempt of this takes so long. Okay, so I looked up what to do here because I was just getting sick and tired of this fucking fight. And it turns out if you just cast oh wait, I did the wrong thing. I did defending champion, not Kaklang. If you cast Kaklang like 10 to 12 times in a row, he just runs out of MP and can't do anything. I normally try not to do cheese strats whenever I can avoid it, but I'm just so fucking done with this fight, man. Like I just can't with this fight anymore. You know, I'll probably have shown off at least a couple attempts at this point. And like I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I've shown what can happen. I've shown that it is possible to do this without it, but like, dear God. This is just stupid hard. So yeah, I've shown, I don't know how many of those attempts I'll keep in, honestly. I might try to speed through some of them, but like, I've gotten them down to orange health without any cheese strats before. You know, it's plausible. I've done it. I just can't keep doing this anymore. I feel like I've earned the right to cheese this guy now that I've shown off multiple times, multiple legitimate attempts. So yeah, if you're willing to grind enough to make this feasible without cheese strats, you know, more power to you. But like, dear God. Sure, it's a lot of just sitting here doing nothing, but my God, could I use a break after this shit? Because yeah, I've done a decent bit of grinding. I've gotten close, just not quite far enough. But yeah, I always find it funny whenever there's a cheese strat like this. Like eventually, if you could survive long enough, the boss just eventually runs out of MP and can't do anything. I cannot and will never find that not funny. I haven't been keeping track of how many times I've done this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and like I think it's safe to just wait until the game starts saying like, yeah, he's out of MP, he can't do anything. Because most of what he does requires MP, so once he's out of it, all he can do is like regular attacks. Which yeah, can still hurt pretty bad, but like nothing we can't handle. Alright. That's gotta be like 10 Kaklangs by this point, or close to it. Yeah, oh my God. Like, you don't really notice how much MP spam, like how much magic spam they do until you try something like this. Okay. Might speed this up a small bit. I'm not sure. Ha! There we go. All right, let's really quick. Let's go ahead and heal up some. Well, you two actually go ahead and just monster pylon. Honestly, more heal yourself, please. Thank you. Mid heal Ari, monster pylon. You go ahead and kabuff, honestly, and you monster pylon again. I love that the AI in these games just still attempts those spells and like magical abilities and stuff, or like abilities that use MP when they just can't do it. It's always so funny seeing them attempt something that they just can't do. Seems he still had enough for at least one Inferno. Let's see, because Ari and Amiri have attacker. How much MP does that use? Attacker uses 6. Meaning Inferno apparently uses less than that. But he probably had enough like one cast and that was it. You go ahead and groom yourself just to be safe. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay. This is the kind of cheese strat I can get behind, honestly. Because, like I said, I don't like using cheese strats when I can avoid it, but for fights like this, where it just feels impossible without them. Or not impossible, but, like, way too hard. It's just ridiculous. I mean, like, freaking Inferno seems to just completely ignore all possible buffs. Like, what can you do to defend against that? I don't even know. Apparently he had enough for one more, whatever that breath was. Burning breath, I think. Which, by the way, why is it called burning breath? When it paralyzes, it doesn't burn. I don't know. But he's down to orange health again. So hopefully we'll be done soon. There we go. Fucking finally, holy shit. 24,000 experience. Kane reached level 34, which, I mean, Kane was 33, so that's whatever. Ari reached 25. That's 3 levels gained. And Ari learned Hypno Whip. Panda reached 31. Panda, I think, gets multi-heal at 34 or something. Okay. Panda got Kafriz, Kaswoosh, and Fade. Fade is basically a spell version of Fading Jenny, so if you don't want to use items for that anymore, you can. I mean, it's not really worth it, I feel like. By this point, we don't really need it anymore, I don't think, but... Is there a Restless Heart? The hell? But yeah, like, oh my god. Good for you.
I see it now. It was no passing resemblance.
But yeah, this freaking grinding that I was having to do to get through this stuff, like that was what was keeping me from like getting through these that was part of what was keeping me from continuing this game, honestly, was like just how hard all this was. Jesus. So Ortega um basically tried to sacrifice himself to defeat Garboyle here. Because ideally that probably would have prevented ideally that should have probably prevented Baramos from even, you know, arriving in the first place. Like I think that Garboyle was trying to summon Baramos or something. Grudge match awarded for defeating the Garboyle. Yeah. Yeah, because Garboyle is the one responsible for Ortega's death, essentially, so yeah. It makes sense. And now we throw Mountain Cleaver into a volcano. Mountain Cleaver is, I think I've talked about this before. Like in Dragon Quest Builders 2, you can actually get Mountain Cleaver as a weapon. And you don't need to like throw it in a volcano or anything in that game, so you can actually keep it and use it as a weapon, and it's actually pretty good. Nowhere near the best weapon in the game, but like, you know, you can get it pretty. I mean, the recipe for it is hard to get because you have to beat like an optional, like a pretty tough optional boss. Pretty tough at that point, anyway. You have to beat a pretty tough optional boss for it, and once you do that, you get the Mountain Cleaver recipe, and then you can build it. And like you can get it really early if you know where to go. It's basically right next to the starting area, or right next to the beginning of that area. And if you get it early, it's a really good weapon for that chapter. Probably the best weapon in that chapter, actually. At least until like post game or whatever. Kane calms the monster with a soothing voice and tells it about Monty's monster menagerie. All right, Bernie. So this one's name is Bernie. What was the other one's name? Alice. I don't get it, but okay. All right. I'm probably gonna want to try to get all the monsters before I do the final thingy, the final monster arena stuff. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep going for this video, at least like maybe another 10 minutes or so, because I don't know how much of that is gonna be cut or sped through, honestly. So now a pathway opens up over here where a river used to be. Oh yeah, okay. Here we go. Yeah, because this was landlocked previously. Like there was no way to get over here. At least not until later. Well, I guess not until now, technically. That wasn't any enemies we haven't seen before, so I'm probably gonna cut that out. Another Seed of Luck and a Fading Jenny. Yeah, this game, I've mentioned this before a long time ago. This game is the one that introduced the seeds as a mechanic, and in fact, like some of the re-releases of this game, not this one, but some of the re-releases of this game actually have the subtitle "The Seeds of Salvation." So yeah, they really put emphasis on the seeds and give you lots of them in this game. And those enemies were surprisingly hardy. Okay. Let's see. There was. I'm getting bombarded with enemies over here, and not even like hard enemies or anything. Like, you would think the enemies would be tougher because of the fact that you would think the enemies here would be tougher because you physically can't get here until after beating what's his name, Garboyle. But no, they're enemies we've already fought and are really easy. So yeah, Maw of the Necrogond. God, this is beautiful. Well, that is cool. I might just let Padfoot run out and like try to see what I can find here. May just cut until the next battle that I get into. Okay. Okay, so the new enemy here is called Silhouette. And it's basically just a tougher version of the Shades from earlier. Try to zing Kane, please. Well, that was not what I intended, but whatever. Oh, hey, Panda reached level 32. Oh, full heal. It's no multi-heal, but it's still good. Yeah, multi-heal's like 34, I think. So if I do want to switch Panda's, if I do want to switch Panda's, job, I pretty much have to wait until I have to wait until 34, so he gets multi-heal, and then I can just keep that ability and switch into something else. I don't know what to switch him to, though. He's been so magic-focused, I feel like I should keep him as, like, something that's good with magic. But I don't know. Okay. I'll probably show off a few of these battles, and then I'll just, like, not worry about it. I don't know. Right now, let's Kassiz these silhouettes. You... What can you do? You Boulder Toss. You... Crack, because that's all targeting. And you, Flame Breath. Why not? Whoa. Yeah, Flame Breath is not very good for how early you get it. Or for how late you get it, rather. Even on enemies that it's actually strong against, it's just not very good. Oh yeah, I also gave Amiria a boomerang. Because it was like one of the strongest weapons I have right now that she can use. Alright, this is a big place to explore. Oh, have I fought these yet? Oh, there's a liquid metal slime here. Okay, armfuls and trolls. Obviously, trolls we've already fought. I don't remember if I've fought armfuls yet, and liquid metal slimes are brand new, so focus on that. Damn it. Oh. Yeah, liquid metal slimes are basically better versions of metal slimes. They have more health, but they give a lot more experience if you manage to actually beat them before they run away. Not quite there yet, though. And I guess they're immune to all targeting attacks for whatever reason, even if it's just a regular physical attack. Thankfully, actually, now that I think about it, let's see. Can Amiri use these? No, she can't. Abracadabricus. Only merchants can use this. So if I ever decide to include, Nick in my party, I could have him use it. Let's see. Let's see. Panda already has this equipped. All right. Dragon's Bane Claws. Can Amiri use this? No, she can't. It's odd that she can't use claws. She, of all people, can't use claws. The Beast Tamer, or whatever. Okay. That's like literally the only other strongest weapon I have that she can even equip. Although, what's in her inventory actually? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so she does have other stuff she can equip actually. All right. Um. Let me put the battle fork back in her inventory. There we go. Wow. Panda, I just set it to auto battle for that because it was a bunch of enemies we've seen before, and auto battle Panda used a swoosh, and that was insane. All right, I don't think we're getting much out of these battles, so let's just pad foot. Sage's elixir. Cool. Uh, not super useful, but not useless either. All right. It's a little alcove there, but nothing in it. I don't really understand the point. All right. Anything over here? Nah, looks like just another way through. This bit here is like displayed pretty prominently on the map for some reason, but like doesn't really do anything. All right. You can tell the game thinks that a group of enemies will actually be a challenge when it breaks through Padfoot. Thunderbolt Blade. That's cool. I wonder who can equip that. I mean, Kane probably. Yeah, and it's 20 better than Orochi's sword. Oh, I didn't even realize I could do this. This sword can lower a group of enemies' defense when used as an item in battle. That's cool. Unleashes booming blast. Booming blast. Booming blast on all enemies when used as an item in battle. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. I mean, I can always experiment and find out. All right. But that's like the only thing. Oh. Well, I guess I could show that off. Follow orders. You use this. All right. And you just... Everyone else just defend. I want to see what this does. Oh. Okay. Okay. Boom. Because that seems to be what it is. It's an item version of Boom. But there's no way to not have Boom by the time you get it, so what's the point? I don't really know. There we go. Okay. We're in the mob Necrogon level 1. I'm not sure what we'll find down here. Because I think you need all the orbs before you can get to Baramos, so I don't think that this is it yet. Spiked armor. Yeah. Plus 20 defense, and it's essentially... well, actually, I think that that effect is called Spike in a lot of things. Where it makes it so any damage you take, or at least a portion of damage you take, goes right back to the attacker. Okay, Ari reached level 26 from that battle. Also, I just went and looked at the page again because I forgot to close it, and apparently, Garboyle can use Inferno on 0 MP. Inferno apparently just doesn't use MP, which is fucking busted considering how much damage it does, but whatever. How much damage it does, and it's multi-targeting, by the way. So I'm just lucky he basically only used that once after running out of MP and then never did it again. Or rather, never had a chance to do it again. Alright, what's down here? Yes, I'm about 40 minutes of recording right now, but a lot of this is probably going to be Angel Bow. Okay, a lot of this is probably just going to be like cut battles and stuff. Yes, there's a ladder here. Where does this go? Not what I meant to do anyway, but whatever. Okay, so this a pretty sizable section here is just straight up like unreachable from any other means. So let's see what's here. Oh, there's a monster here somewhere. I actually hadn't even been thinking about that. I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay. I mean, I could always just come back later, you know, but while I'm here, may as well at least try it. And it said it's nearby, like, so that means in this area somewhere. That was a big area, so it might not be in the... Oh, wait a minute. New enemies. Freezing Fog, which I already killed. Armful, we've already fought. And this is what... Infanticore. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to really examine that. Because I still had it on Fight Wisely. Oh, here it is. Hey, it's a Canabox. Clackety clack. Death. Okay, of course. Alright, so it looks like there's some ways to jump back down there. Not sure what the point is, though. There was another way back before. Let's go over there and see what that is. Well, it looks like you could jump down all of these. Alright, it's just back to the previous area, it seems. Maybe different portion. Maybe different parts of it, I don't know. Those all seem kind of clumped together, so I don't really see the point of that, but whatever. But there was something over this way. So let's at least see what this is first. Because none of those other ways went through here. So this would be a unique area. Yeah. And there's a monster here too. Alright, let's switch back to follow orders. And look at these. Freezing fogs, infanticores, and mini demons we fought already. Boom, because why not? Boulder toss, cook rack, and I don't really know what to have Amiri do right now. Let's sandstorm, I guess. All right. Yeah, so not a lot to show really, but it's cool. All right. A mimic. Oh, so it was a mimic, not a cannon box before. I mean, same difference on some level, but still. Yeah, these guys are resistant to everything. It's kind of annoying. We're at a point where they're not very strong or have a lot of health, though, so whatever. Okay. There's another monster to wrangle here somewhere. It'll probably be pretty obvious whenever I find it. Yep, there it is. Okay. Have I wrangled trolls before? Trevor? Okay. And what is over here? It just loops. Okay. Well, that makes this easier. All right. So as long as this Swiss cheese floor over here doesn't make me drop anywhere, doesn't have any specific place I need to drop through or something, I should be good to just go this way. I feel like I'm usually thorough enough with exploring these places that I don't even need to use Animal Instinct most of the time, but better safe than sorry. Okay. There's 2 ways to go. It looks like south is a dead end, but probably has like treasure or something in it, so I'll go that way. Okay. What's this? Mithril Helm. Not bad. A sought-after helm made from a mythical metal. I won't give that to Kane, but I will see if anybody else can wear it. Yes. Okay. Ari can wear it. Panda cannot wear it, and it looks like Amiri can't wear it, so I'll give it to Ari. Give her a nice big defense boost. Alright. There's another drop down here. Let's see where this goes. Oh. Black bandana. I've had that before, haven't I? Let's see here. Oh yeah, no, Black Bandana. That's a very early game like thing. Only Ari can wear it, and it's not even close to as good as what she has now, so whatever. Okay. Not sure what the point of that was, but whatever. I mean, other than to be an inconvenience for you. The editing this part's going to be fun, because I'm at almost 50 minutes. Abilities, pad foot again. There we go. What's Ari's MP at? 171. Okay, so we should be good. And now we go north. Well, we have to go back east here, drop down, and then go north. Okay. What is over here? Oh. Rejuvenation thingy. That's cool. Very much appreciated. Thank you, game. Is there anything over here? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Not really sure what the point of that is if there's nothing there, but whatever. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna call it here because I have to start getting ready for work, and I've been recording long enough, so when we come back we will continue exploring the Maw of Necrogond and figure out what's here. And see what happens next. So, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and take care.